There we go. There we go. Stream up and going. Everything's up and running. Hello, hello, everybody, for today. This is Runarcana Dark Rebellion, episode 3. We unfortunately are missing that of a couple of people today, but hopefully that won't make too much of a difference on some potential choices. So, as I had said last time, as we are doing different things here today, or well, not today, but for our session starts, who here has that of a juicy little detail to tell for their character to start off today? Thank you for the sub, Lady Estera. Appreciate it.
What counts as juicy?
Well, I'm pretty sure he
I
said last
can't
time it's
tell
whatever he
something
decides.
more. I still have my inspiration, I think. I can't do it anymore.
Juicy detail.
Yeah, I still have it. There you go.
I'll be real with you. I don't even remember what you said last time.
There we go. I mean, that's up to them if they want to repeat what they said last time, because it was kind of like
That
was
was
there.
Yeah, no, that wasn't asked to repeat. I was just merely making a statement.
I mean, it's all good. If no one has anything after after a few minutes, well, we just get right into it.
Is Beckett
What do we get if
a
we do it
raging
again?
alcoholic? Count?
The right to start.
I mean, I can't really give you anything if you do it again.
Yeah, then it's a wasted opportunity. Nah, I'm not interested then.
Oh, good.
Okay. Then assuming that there isn't too much to go off of, we're gonna give that of instead a juicy detail. I called a heck of a anti-inspiration to the DM instead. What does that mean? Who knows? But I'll give you guys the detail. Today, you guys, a detail of Noxus being that of you guys had done the entirety of the events on technically an important day, more of, I wouldn't say a holiday, but that of a basically war type of day when all of the bombing had happened the first session. What exactly that means, well, that just means you guys are kind of assholes. So take with that what you will.
Normal. Got it.
Can we still blame it all on the zombie, or is that...
Hey, whatever you guys say is what you guys say. I'm just saying what the news says.
Oh, well.
News has never been right anyway. Who listens to that stuff?
Fair.
True.
With that being said, though, you are all currently at the very moment, at the end of the last session, proceeding to leave leave the situation of after a whole bunch of soldiers kind of being reborn essentially through some type of weird, maybe either magic or some type of blood-like ability. They proceed to get up again and try to fight. You guys had made that a successful kind of skirmish, a successful fight. Therefore, which I also will put it out there, is the reason that you guys did actually get your level up from last time, as you all had pretty much had a pretty successful fight instead of just immediately running. Unfortunately, with that of a bigger creature on its way, there doesn't seem to be too many other options but to get out while you can. And following that of, I don't want to say any like not in a survival like manner following tracks, but following what Vrel has probably Vrel, this grizzled woman here, has potentially given for you guys to try and follow her at the very moment, as no one here essentially has to follow whatever it is that she may specifically want, or maybe she may be specifically trying to gain from trying to help you all in the first place. But it is at least thoughtful to hear her out rather than just immediately leave. So in doing so, you all get to kind of a stopping point after running for what feels like hours, a good few hours, and essentially it is got to the point of being more dark around sundown, kind of where maybe it is a potential time to put up some type of campfire that you can see that of the grizzled woman already setting up, as if she was already starting to prepare to wait for the lot of you to potentially talk with.
Okay, so we came to, she's making a campfire, you said?
Yep.
How far along is she in this campfire? Like, is it already made? Is she still getting stuff together to make it?
She was far enough ahead to pretty much start on it, so she's probably halfway through with the campfire. The stones around, and just getting a couple pieces of wood together is probably where she's at.
Okay, guys.
Oh, by the way, yeah, sure. I have your little throwing dingy weapon that I picked up earlier. Though I have a question. If you use this to fight, why do you throw it away? It seems a little counterintuitive. Not judging. I just want to be clear on that. I'm just saying.
Back where I was sailing from, some use those chakrams to fight in close combat, and those smaller ones are also quite usable to throw because they have they stay in the air good. They are almost like an arrow or a dart, and you're also kind of throwing them away, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, but like, I also wouldn't use a dart to fight like hand to hand. You know what I mean?
You're
I guess
versatile.
I was. Well, I guess I was looking at it like if I took my sword and just kind of threw it at someone and been like, "Aha, gotcha!" And then like when someone turned to me and then I like hold up my sword, but it's fucking 30 feet over there. I don't know. I'm just saying.
The higher
News.
ranks of the higher ranks of the Ishtali military have enchanted weapons that can actually return to the user, so knowing how to throw them might actually get you in a position where you get the better weapons. I never got to that part before I left my homelands. So I'm stuck with normal ones.
Well,
Do you have any other questions, or was that it?
oh no, just don't worry about that. Just curious. You piqued my curiosity. Question for everyone else. So, who's talking to the horse lady?
Rodax will walk up to the horse lady as he's making the fire, and then hold Oh, there's a map. Hold on. Bang. And he will go up and say, campfire, good idea in this jungle. As he sees her kind of putting one together, he'll say,
Oh, good.
do you need assistance?
Well, it would be very helpful at least, but for you first, at least out of anybody here, I would suggest you go find some water first. I don't like the way that you smell. As she kind of refers to all the blood that you kind of had from all the all the fighting that you've gone through.
He kind of like looks down at his body and, you know, the remains of whatever they ended up fighting and stuff all on him, and he's like, guess it can't hurt to find a stream. And then he'll kind of go off in a direction trying to find a stream. You want me to roll for this? Like find one, or
Unless because of your class you have any special abilities or anything like that, then yeah, just a nature roll.
let me just make sure. I don't know what to do. I mean, unless I could like talk to some spirits that might be around that could lead me to a stream. I don't know if there's anything like that around. If not, then yeah, just be a nature roll.
Not any spirits of, I'd say not of spirits of importance at least. So nothing that would really be helpful.
Okay, all right, then yeah, I will make a nature roll.
Who's next to for her to tell to get a shower? I feel like you should go, John. You're a good talker. You should go talk to her.
I got an 18.
Why not? John's gonna walk up and you know, looking at her in the eyes like any good salesman. He says, "So, I don't suppose you did this entire thing for nothing? What you want?"
In factuality, I hope it was for nothing, but at the same time, if it does, then I'll just say it was a nice little vacation for myself. I do have my own reason and do have things I'd love to talk about, especially considering the things I've heard from you lot so far. But more than anything, I would require everyone to really be here to speak of such matters. So for now, if you don't mind helping with the camp instead of sitting around talking and doing nothing. She kind of like hints at all the wood that she's been like collecting.
Sure enough. I can go get something.
We need to make sure it lasts through the night, lest there be creatures that be watching.
Yeah. As John walks away, he's gonna tap Beckett on the shoulder. I'll find some wood with me.
I would love to find wood with you because it also gives me a chance to drink away from the horse lady because she'll probably say some shit like, "That's bad for your health. Go drink some water."
Glad we agree.
So you want some?
No.
Hey man, I paid like 5 gold for this bottle. It's
Yes.
good shit. There you go. That's the spirit. Don't drink all of it
No.
though. I paid 5 gold for it.
No, that wasn't an affirmation to drinking. It was affirmation of, yes, I was there when you paid for it.
Oh, well, yeah, you were behind me.
Yeah. You enjoy your drink, we'll look for wood. Or
I
chop
fucking
down
found
trees.
it. We're in the middle of the forest. What do you mean look for wood? You look 5 feet away, there's a tree. Oh, there's another tree 5 feet away.
Do you just
Nah, I'm just
intend
fucking
to
with
burn?
you.
Great. Yeah.
All right, how
No,
about this? I'll hold it,
you
and you just like
enjoy.
stack it on me.
Yeah, that's also fair. But I was gonna say, you enjoy your drink, uh, your overpriced liquor, and I'll continue doing things and have you carry most of it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll just be a pack mule for John. Just
Is
follow
there
him
any
around carrying
is
wood.
there anything you need rolled from me, Natsu, or are we just looking for wood in the
Um,
forest?
it's what are you looking for? Because I pointed out that she was gathering wood, but for a campfire,
Is
there could
she?
be multiple things you could be getting.
That's fair enough. I suppose we're mainly looking for more decent firewood, but a side objective, screw it, let's find some food.
I will say, Rodax, you were able to, with a good enough roll there, you were able to find a place both to. It's like a decently sized river, one where yes, you could bathe and get the blood off, but you can also find that of some fish to catch as well.
Oh, cool. Do you need me to roll to catch the fish then, or am I just catching the fish?
Um, you're you're kind of like a survivor already of the wilderness, right?
Yeah, I mean, I basically just live on the wilderness for the most part anyway. Like, I visit the cities every now and then. But
Then I'd say for yourself, you wouldn't really need to find. Do you wouldn't need a roll for yourself? If you're trying to have enough for like the party, though, then you would need to do a bit of a small roll.
I mean, I'll try to get some for the party. What am I rolling?
It would be just another nature check and probably DC like I'd say a DC like 14 just to be if you're just to be like feeding the entire party for the night.
Okay. Hear me out though. Can I do a survival roll?
Sorry, I actually meant survival.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do a survival roll. Okay.
Sometimes I forget they're both there and they're like really different, but they sound like they should be somewhere near the same because they try to do some of the similar things.
Yeah. Hey, 19.
Yeah, you pretty much. I will say just for the sake of it, the doctor is with you. Probably overall, he would be anyways because he probably trusts you out of anybody here.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say he's too helpful in the ways of survival, but definitely just that he is at least around you. Um, you do proceed to get out of a good bunch of fish that you could get like bundled up in like some rope or however that you get it bundled up and bring it back to the camp whenever.
Nice. Cool. Back some fish. And then I'll make my way back.
I would probably like to try my hands on some good old-fashioned jungle hunting. Or forest hunting, I guess.
Um,
What do you want from me?
give me a perception roll.
Perception? Sure. Just a plain old perception?
Yep.
Good.
You-
Is a 22 enough?
The thing is, the only thing that you seem to notice for a good bit around you, there doesn't really seem to be like too many animals around. There does seem to be, though, quite a few crows here and there.
Oh.
A couple of other
Surely,
types of birds you might see, but crows at least being the most common one that you've seen.
surely there's nothing suspicious about those crows, right?
I just told you there's crows, bro.
What what happens if I look at the crows?
Oh, bel curva.
I'm sorry.
They just do that. They just
Okay.
go, "Caw!" and just kind of like fly away.
Great, awesome. Loving that. So not much hunting. Okay, sure.
Ja,
I don't know.
That's perfectly all good though, because even though unknowingly to you so far, there will be at least food. Beckett and John, what are you doing in specific again?
Mainly gathering more firewood. Entirely optional side objective was looking for food, but he's unaware that others are looking for food. So yeah, still side objective of looking for food.
All right, then I want either an athletics or a survival from the both of you.
I can do survival. You want to do athletics?
Yeah.
And I will say though, Kia definitely isn't doing much to help. More so specifically because it looks like that they've been injured, even though they don't seem to still be. Even though it sounds weird to say, a ghost, quote unquote, is injured.
My thing stopped popping up, so I assume Foundry secretly disconnected me. 1 second.
We
He was
love
playing
it.
the music and all that.
I promise you, I've been trying my best to make sure it's all good since last time.
It's probably just the nature of Foundry.
Maybe.
It helps keeps their server costs low.
With that, Beckett though getting a 14 on athletics, you are able to secure basically barely enough firewood for the night. Well, to help round out enough firewood for the night, I should say. It doesn't seem to be like it's rained anytime recently. So finding a decent use of firewood without making, I'd say, like too much noise just in general, you definitely are able to find some quite easily. And John, you definitely are able to find yourself basically berries. I'd say enough for almost the whole group if people if they were rationed out correctly.
Neat.
Just a bunch of blackberries.
Yeah. When John reunites with Beckett, he's just gonna say, "Well then, you good to go?"
Yep. I got firewood for at least tonight, I reckon.
All right.
Hey, I'm deferring to you right now. You are a bit more eloquent than I am. Plus, if you say something wrong, she'll stab you and not me. But hey, no hard feelings, buddy.
Right. Well then, let's get back to them. Might as well
All right.
be with everyone.
As
I agree.
everybody is getting back, you'll see that of the smoke from the fire had just recently started. And from there, people can, assuming that you're sharing food with the whole group, that the fish, like the whole fish put on a stick and then put onto the fire, that basically gets started. Preparing any type of something to eat from that of the blackberries as well, with the blackberries pretty much being the only kind of not source of water specifically, but source of drink that anybody had brought back at least. Which means basically for this night, at least you guys have are all set up for this night for whatever may happen next. Is there any specific places that you guys are kind of sitting or setting up around the campfire? I mean,
Like sitting
Not-
across from LeBron, or I guess the horse lady is. That's about it.
yeah.
I mean, if they want to sit across, and I guess I'll sit like perpendicular between them, essentially, at the fire. So
John's gonna make sure that he's slightly more distanced. You know, just because.
Yashira would be like probably atop of
Did
a
anyone
tree,
need to report it to Nadeo?
somewhere close near to the
Anyway.
fire, so at least some of the
Why
warmth
not?
arrives. But also
Then
like
do it, then do it often.
trees.
Oh god, she's trying to be
Me and
edgy.
Rodax.
She is a monkey.
Just me and Rodax and
I
Rel
think-
sitting on the fire, and everyone else is like fucking God knows where.
That you don't understand. She is a monkey. She will climb on anything if given the chance. That's what she learned.
It's okay. You can just say you're edgy. It's okay. Everyone's
That's
around
not
the
edgy.
everyone's around the
Yo-
campfire. The edgy characters got to be up in the away from
No,
the
no, no,
people.
no, no,
I'm
no,
still
you-
kind
you
of
don't-
here.
You don't understand. It's not the edgy kind. It's the I have too much energy. I need to climb kind of thing. You have as a 12-year-old. She's not 12, but she still has the same energy.
You know what? It's I get you. I
Kevin
get
with a
you.
12-year-old.
Nice joke.
I think that's the interesting part about my character. She around climbable objects, she is a 12-year-old.
That's one.
All I'm hearing is that
There
a
you go.
12-year-old is the edgiest person in the room.
Nah,
like a
that's
cloak.
that's the 14-year-old. You're getting it wrong.
True, true, true. Those extra 2 years.
Yeah.
So in
yeah,
2
that's why
years
it's-
you'll be.
That's why you hit the this. I'm 14 and this is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense. That makes sense. You know. Mhm.
It's the I am 12 and I will climb the fuck out of it phase.
Understandable. All right. As everybody's kind of like, I guess I should ask: does anybody break the silence before eating starts, or are you just waiting for Rel here to say something?
Oh,
no,
as soon as the food's done, I'm diving in.
If you keep forgetting that,
I'll say
it's
something
okay.
to Rel. I guess I'll say like start the conversation off with. So, do you mind explaining to us why you killed all of those guards, broke us out?
Well, first of all, it would be I guess, a nice start for you all to start to know some things, considering it seems like I thought at least you would know a little bit more. Starting with the fact of killing those guards, quote unquote, is not what I've done. Stopping them from trying to turn, correct. They, as I said before, were already dead. But maybe for some might not like that answer. But because of what they've become and what they've chose to become, some more willing than others, I try to make sure that they don't pretty much at least hopefully follow us. But it didn't seem to matter, as you lot had wanted to stay and fight. At least I don't want to waste my energy on something like that, but I won't get into it because you all got out. And breaking you out, I see a benefit to it. That of something that how do I put it? You all, from hearing that you all had some type of rebellion, I wanted to potentially have you join what I'm trying to do. Though, what I'm doing, it's not the type of rebellion against Noxus itself that you might think of it. I actually believe in the ways of Noxus. Noxus as a whole, and what Noxus can be. What I don't like are the details hidden under, and what they try to hide. So therefore, I'd want to steer you all in the right direction, assuming that this is, again, a little dark rebellion that you all were actually trying to do. Which brings me to more of a question towards you all. Did you all actually do it? She raises a brow.
I'm in no way a part of any rebellion that they speak of.
Well, now it answer depends on our dear old captain,
Oh,
doesn't it?
I will not deny the fact that I may have opened a box because someone was trying to say they won't move it if they don't look inside of it. But given how Noxus acted during the trials, that's not the Noxus I was fighting for.
She kind of gives you not like a bad look, but more of a kind of confused look. Look, whatever happens has happened. I simply ask, what do you mean by it? Is it something that was intentional or something that is merely coincidental?
Perhaps the thing started out as coincidental, but I don't think I can live with the fact that the one of the Triferax just rolled over everything without any proper way of doing the trials. Especially not for high treason as they claimed it.
Don't turn.
That's something that didn't happen like that before. And I want to find out why. Even if it means to dig in deeper in what they are doing. So, I guess that's a rebellion in itself.
You know,
that just sounds like you're guilty.
You're guilty as well to their eyes. Don't say it like that.
on official papers at least, you all have been put out as guilty.
At least I have the guts to try to find out why.
I do
You all
believe
wanted-
treason is a harsh term for someone who doesn't belong to the country.
You decided to work here, you gotta live by the rules. As does anyone here.
Wouldn't it be more like a terrorist attack then, and not necessarily like a betrayal? So I feel like I'm on the same page with John here. I don't really care about Noxus. No offense. Yeah, they like power and all that. I get that. But one thing that does strike me funny about what you said, horse lady, you said that you like Noxus ideas, and the whole idea of Noxus is about power. So why should it matter where it comes from then? If the whole idea is to be strong, then who cares what happens in the shadows?
Strength is very different for Noxus. They talk about might, yes, but they talk about being actually useful for Noxus is what they're looking for. Therefore, you doing something for Noxus means that you are, well, being used by Noxus, therefore making you under Noxus. So you proceeding to go against them, at least by legal means, you could say, going against them is why they count that as treason.
Well, I'm not saying about that. I mean, clearly it was a witch hunt there. It didn't matter
Hmm.
what we said or did. We were going to be found guilty. What I mean by what I said was, in Noxus, it's all about power. And you said that you didn't like the way that some of the shadows lurk around that power. What my question to you is, I guess, what does power mean to you? Because if I went to Noxus after, let's say I sacrificed 1,000 people to gain power. I killed 1,000 innocent people, right? If I then go to Noxus and fight for them and do well in their wars, then to Noxus I would be, quite valuable. So where does the power that you speak come from?
Again, I believe it comes from how that power is used. I believe that if you had killed 1,000 people, well, I'd love to know on exactly who it was, as if it be that of, well, people of deserving, then I can't really go against it. But if it was something of innocent bystanders, I could not go for it. Though that power, what it's used for Noxus is, again, what they look for, but what I see it is exactly on how you use it. For the people, for yourself, or for some other means. Does that satisfy you?
I just throwing it out. I just be curious. Well, by the way, Rodax, thanks for catching the fish. It's delicious.
These shadows you speak of that are hiding in Noxus, how do we even know they're real, as you say? If they're lying, then you could as well just be lying and hiding things to try
Like,
to get us to join this foolish rebellion of yours.
well, first and foremost, did you know about those things beforehand, before you fought them? Were they a known public thing that Noxians could do?
You mean the creatures that we fought, that you killed?
Last time I checked, I never killed any of them. They came back up just fine, didn't they?
Hmm.
Well, it is Noxus. Well, I didn't know about them. I'm not quite surprised. Yes, the
Anything we
warring
didn't kill.
country found a way to make use of corpses for more war. Happens.
That's shocking.
If you didn't kill them, then how do we know you didn't do that to them? You offered us no real proof to trust you over Noxus.
No, I don't. And I don't plan to. But I do plan to tell you this. Why is it that there's a bounty on all of your heads then?
She has blind.
Clearly we've been framed and set up for something. That much is obvious.
I
So
don't.
you want to go back to Darius, tell him all these little fairy tales you've encountered on his trip, and hope it's forgiven?
More than forgiven, it's just getting a chance to prove my name right. But joining a rebellion would seal our fate as far as being branded enemies of the state.
I feel like
Oh,
our
no, no,
fates have already
no.
been kind of sealed, to be fair.
Rodax, no. You're entirely misinterpreting it. Failing a rebellion has us as enemies of the state.
Yes.
I like the way
'Cause
this one thinks.
this will be so successful, right?
The alternative is that you flee the country.
I have no need to flee the country.
Then it
If
is succeed the rebellion or fail it. Because
You all keep talking about it as if I'm leading some type of rebellion against that of Noxus itself. As I said before, I fully believe in Noxus. The things that they do to the innocent people, though, well, if you want to keep turning your blind eye to that, it's fine. That's not going to be me.
but
You have yet to show us any of this proof of what they've done to innocents.
yes, there's
Well,
always going to be a terrible side to countries. How do you plan on assassinating, what is it here? An emperor?
I wouldn't.
well,
Then you aren't truly changing something. You're chasing a goalpost.
You see, I have objectives, and I have proof as you so desire. But that's not something I'm willing to just give up until I know the absolute truth on who would be willing and who wouldn't be. That's the issue I have here. For that of this quote-unquote assassination, why would I assassinate somebody I do believe in? The rulers? Darius? Swain? But then the third mystery person. Who are they? Why doesn't Noxus know? And exactly what is it that their objective is? The other two seem to be so clear, yet the third one, why is it that they're a mystery?
you're talking about the faceless, aren't you?
Well, someone knows their stuff.
You're asking why the pillar of guile, meaning things like strategy and deception, why it's unknown. Does that not sound foolish?
Perhaps. But it just to me sounds like you don't care what they do then. They could kill your whole family and you would just let it go, right?
well, allow me to cut in here for just one moment, Rodax. So you and the doctor claim you're innocent, correct?
We are innocent.
Okay, well,
Yes.
yeah. So what did you two do to end up alongside us?
The doctor has a certain zealot nature in trying to heal people that are injured before him. It's almost like a compulsive obsession he can't shake. So
Okay.
when the explosion happened and he was proceeding to heal bodies that was around, the authorities came in and told him to stop. And he wasn't listening. Because like I said, he just has this need to want to heal people. So I stepped in the way between the authorities and him to give him time to do what he can on the wounded that were around. So do we have a reason to be in, maybe some type of prison or jail for breaking laws of Noxus? Yes. Disobeying authorities and fighting against them qualifies that. But tied to this explosion some people caused, no.
Okay, but doesn't that then prove this lady here's point, right? That innocent people like yourself have been caught up in something that you didn't cause. And let me just say, play devil advocate here. I'm not on either side yet because I haven't been paid. But my point in that being is they've clearly shown that they're willing to attach whatever label to whoever they want for whatever reason, right?
Behold.
Did I not just say us being in trouble for attacking the authorities is perfectly valid? So I am
Yes,
not
but what I'm
against
saying
that.
is you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they accuse you of high treason for blowing shit up when you didn't do it.
They accused me of an accessory. They accused you all of high treason.
Well, it fucking doesn't
And-
matter at this point because your face is right alongside ours. So once again, you didn't do something that you're being charged for.
Our accessory would be much easier to disprove. Your high treason, I don't think so.
And yet you're here with us in this camp after being carried over to some prison and being busted out by this lady and having to fight undead. This whole thing was a setup. I was getting through with contraband that was clearly illegal that I didn't know about. No one seemed to have noticed or pretended to have not noticed. And when it all blew up, no one thought about, oh no, our men and women were being attacked. The first thought was we were the people who brought in the bombs. We
Oh,
are
they did bring in bombs.
terrorists. I mean, technically, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we were on the cart that brought it through the gate. So, I mean, they do kind of have us there.
But, like, it could have been an attack on our cargo. It could.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Instead of just, like, seeing all the options, they saw the explosions, they saw prisoners escape. And instead of seeing, oh no, our soldiers are being attacked, they're saying, oh, those soldiers are the ones at fault. We must fight our own men and women. And that's something. That's odd. And accusing a medic for healing people? Something that is known to all men and women. That's also weird. Or protecting said medics because medics are fucking valuable. Doesn't strike that odd to you?
Miss Rel-
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Denials and criticisms aside, and John's gonna look back at Forest Lady that I personally still have not remembered the name of. If they
Oh, no, she did say her name at the beginning.
yeah,
of
which
the
is
thing.
which is why I said I do not remember the name of, because I'm terrible like that.
Okay.
That's rude.
You say you want to clear out the shadows, but the only way to clear out the shadows is to control the light. Yet you refuse to replace the light. So either you directly work for the Emperor, and we're all going to be fine regardless, or you're unwilling to do what needs to be done for your own self-proposed goals.
Maybe that is the
Isn't
answer.
there-
But maybe I am unwilling. Look at me.
So,
I am that of the rebellion that you so speak of at this point in time. That is the entire force at this very moment. Is that what you want me to tell you?
the start doesn't matter. It could just be you. It could be a half-dead corpse. It's the plan that matters. Now tell me,
The plan to sacrifice?
am I? No, the plan to succeed. So tell me, am I joining a failed rebellion, a succeeding rebellion, or am I really just working for the shadow government at this point?
And
Any of
are
those
we getting
answers are
paid?
fine.
Also, are we getting paid? That's an important one.
That is also an important one.
I'm in if we're getting paid. I gotta be frank with you.
I-
I don't really care about the good or bad shit.
I don't. If you're. She's like thinking to herself for a second. If you're not. If you're declared as a criminal, where would you spend the money? You know what? Yeah, sure.
Fuck it, I'm in.
That's some deep ass desperation right there. Holy shit.
As he hears her, contemplate, John just squints and looks at her like she's half brain dead. Just goes, there are more places to spend coin than Noxus. Noxus isn't the world.
Okay, but how do you want to leave Noxus if not by
Well, if we
traveling?
get-
Sure,
That
you could
takes
hire a
supplies.
smuggler. Like,
The
there-
money can come
Wait.
after. If it's a rebellion and we succeed, then we get to just walk out.
Okay, look.
If we're working for the
It's-
shadow government, we get to walk out after the job is done.
Never mind that.
There are
Also,
many
booze is
Nice.
expensive.
there are many valid points
Rel,
being made here, and I understand them, but I have to say, for whatever you think that this is, some type of shadow government, some type of rebellion, some type of, I don't know, something deeper, I have proof, and I have reasons why that I cannot just give up my own life to make sure that one goal happens. There are things happening deeper that I'm not saying is just Noxus. I'm saying things that Noxus itself may not even know is going on. Those are the types of things I want to
Ah.
stop.
I understand. You're saying even the other two do not know about what the third one is doing.
There
So
we
they
go.
even have no idea how to stop it, and they don't know. They are being controlled just like we are. It's all just strings and puppets.
And gold.
And gold, apparently.
Mm.
I am terribly sorry for those men.
I mean, I'd take
they
silver.
acted the same when I asked them to help me.
It's
They're doing
not
the
a
work
fault
well
of
enough,
my
though.
own that you are worse.
Also, I
just
feel like I
tried
wouldn't
to
do anything for free.
protect your image. Be kind. Okay? Great. Anyway, you were saying, Ren?
Honestly, you're making a very valid point in understanding what I've been trying to tell you. And I'm thankful for that. Though, I have to point it out to you all now. What do you plan to do if not to potentially follow me?
Clearly, to go clear our name.
And how would you do that?
Well, we'd have to head back to Noxus first.
So what? To be put right
Also-
back into prison? If not potentially executed on the spot?
Never said we have to go back to the main city. We just need to be in the region
I don't.
around the city, just trying to learn what we can about how these goods were smuggled in the first place. Or these bombs, I should say.
My issue is, I don't think that you heard me the first time when I had said it. You all are criminals with a bounty on your head. And you must understand this, because I am telling you this, as it sounds strange considering the fact that I just rescued you all from going to prison. So, why do you have a bounty?
Also, let's be so clear on this. I am not going back with them to go back to jail and be tortured. I'm in because I'm getting paid, so there's no question for me. Like, if we're doing, like, hey, I'm just a hired, I'm a hired mercenary, man. I ain't got shit to do, so I'm
You're a
in.
free mercenary is what you are, fool.
That works
Keyword
for
is
me.
free.
Call it
Freedom
whatever
to
you
do
want.
as one wishes.
Amen.
In that same sense, unless whatever plan you have is absolutely horrid and you refuse to change it, I'll be here with you. Now, if it is horrid and you refuse to change any detail of it, I will be trying to smuggle myself out of Noxus.
Also, we'll get payment up front if the plan is terrible, of course, because I want to like spend it all before I die horribly.
Black marks do exist as well. That was the second point I was gonna say.
Yes, this single lady with her force has enough money to truly hire us, but not actual well-respected mercenaries.
Listen,
Oh no, I
I get
fully
it.
expect some step of this plan to be rob a vault of things, a treasury, whatnot. You know, assuming we want expansion, but a small group for an assassination isn't too bad. Or investigations. Well, no, it is actually terrible for investigations. If you're trying to investigate the entire country, you're gonna need to expand.
What is with you with assassinate? It sounds like you want to assassinate someone more than she does, and she's the supposed plan maker. I mean, like, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Who is going to exist as a quote-unquote rebellion in their lonesome and not try to kill someone?
Well, I'm not saying we're not gonna kill someone, but like, you're like, let's
If you're gonna
assassinate
kill
him. Let's
someone,
assassinate him.
if you're going to be suggesting to kill someone, and the option isn't an assassination, then you're asking people to commit suicide in order to kill someone.
No. What about just a straight up fight?
And then what? You get killed by everyone else?
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't always
That's-
have to be 1 versus 1,700 people. Like, it could be you stroll up to their bedroom, you know, give them a little knock, be like, "What's up, fucker?" And then
That's
you
an
know,
assassination with extra steps.
well, yeah, extra steps to the door. You know what I mean? It's more honorable, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Okay, lovely talk, lovely talk. Have you ever thought about opening the eyes of everyone else to the issue that's present? Not just in this group, but in this whole country.
Do you think I haven't tried that?
It's also
I
not
don't mean
happening.
you. No offense, no offense. I meant those two because apparently in a rebellion is only assassination at this point.
That's not what I said at all.
Noctis
It's
is
1.5.
ruled by strength and war. The fastest thing to do is kill the Emperor and take over.
I mean,
Either they deny their entire system of life.
Yeah, but like
Or-
wouldn't the next person down step up then? So,
okay,
like,
No,
we're
because-
both in it
I'm
together.
I'm not sure if you do realize how Naxian
Nox has
govern-
no emperor.
how Naxian government works. Do you?
Look,
We have
I just
three
told
principles.
you. I
Three
just told
principles?
you.
Okay.
I don't belong in this country.
Hey,
Do
Yeah,
you
but
brother.
expect
you're
me to
stuck
care
in
enough
here.
to learn?
Yeah, we're just here to assassinate someone, apparently.
Oh, I feel like I'm running in circles, and it doesn't stop.
Why? You're in a tree. You're not
But
running
no,
anywhere.
you spoke about three
We have
existences in power.
The
strength through
principles you
might,
just said.
which is what our dear friend here sees as fighting people. Of course, fighting people is proof of might. That's what Darius is for. Then we have strength through vision. We use our eyes and our brains to see what's going on and try to plan according to that. That's also might, just not the physical kind of might. And then we have might through Gale. And that's the one no one knows about. Who they are. Hence, the faceless.
We assassinate
you
3
understand?
people instead of 1.
No, we don't
Oh.
assassinate 3 people.
Can we drop the assassination and start with information?
Well, to be fair, you weren't giving us a lot earlier, so it kind of ended up
Okay.
leading to this conversation. I don't want to be, I don't want to point out anything.
Well, that's exactly a big issue, is trying to gather information and being able to successfully use it. Though it seems like a lot of you, this whole point of what I've been trying to gather and figure out here I can tell, has been a
I'm
little bit of
so sorry.
circles. But look, if there was proof of the wrongdoings that even Noxus doesn't want to acknowledge, is that good enough for you, Rodax? Actually, did you say your name yet?
No, I don't think I
I
said my name to
to be
her.
fair, I
Mr.
did say his
But I think
name.
they called me my name, but I
Yeah,
haven't just
I did say
like
it
gave
before
my
this
name.
conversation.
Yeah, we did call out Rodax's name,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
even if he didn't introduce
probably.
himself.
Have we introduced ourselves to you yet? I don't remember actually.
Well, actually, no. She would know because again, she has the.
I mean,
You have the
obviously,
bounties, so she has the names of them.
our heads are kind of on sheets of paper. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm the
Um,
brains of the group.
Believe it or
Mm.
not, the doctor has the lowest amount. I just wanted to
Um,
put
There's
that
got the
out
no
there.
highest.
way. There's no way
If you could show me this proof of
there is a way.
something happening in Noxus that you truly believe that our Grand General or our Hand of Noxus would not know of, which I believe to be impossible. But if you could show me this proof, then I might reconsider.
Does that work for you, lots?
I mean, I
I'm
kind of
already in.
see
You don't have
where
to
a
show me proof.
problem is, but sure.
Great. Then I just have one question for you all. How well do you handle children? And with that, we will cut. We kind of cut the scene there.
I don't like children. I'm sorry.
we kind of cut the scene here as
To be forward, lady, I don't know if we're there yet. You know.
as as we kind of like turn off this as we kind of cut there as we will proceed to pretty much go a little bit fast forward. I'd say like over the night, so obviously everyone's gonna get their full rest just fine. The level ups fully went through. Our already had you guys do that before, but you guys just letting you know. And on foot, you have all will basically proceed on towards that of a new place. Somewhere again, I would say deeper into the woods, but more specifically further on into that of the forest in a direction to where you all will start to see that of a it's here as you will all see that of a uh basically random kind of field, kind of random type of opening to where it seems like there's a bunch of like swamp like area around, almost as if it seems like an almost like a dead type of land. Looking at it doesn't seem to really give you really tell you too much, but as you guys get closer as she's kind of leading you through that, not of not like basically of the swamp but getting to that of this swamp like area, it seems to kind of start to fade away slash disappear, as it's almost seeming like it was a blurred like image at first, proceeding to kind of turn into this big like structure, one that almost seems to be like after you like rub your eyes or blink a couple times, it seems to kind of fully appear in front of you after a certain point. Let me put this up.
We're at an orphanage, I guess.
It-
Question mark. I would assume after the you like kids comment.
It just looks like a decent sized like medieval castle at the very moment. But hold on.
I remember the music.
It is
Why do I
daytime.
have control over Rodax's token?
Sure, you can just click on anyone's token. Oh,
No.
oh.
There we go.
Oh, I can also control Rodex.
Apparently, only Rodax and it was also Keen's token, but now it's only Rodax. I was confused. I was just like, why?
Okay.
Why is this allowed right now?
Rodax is our character at this point.
Yes, your cowman? No. Our cowman.
Oh boy.
Communist D&D.
Suddenly,
There is
Rodex is
no-
on board with this plan to start a rebellion. It's crazy. I don't know why he was so resistant last night.
Dear God. I would be back in a minute. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll make it quick.
Let's see here. As she's come back, you, as I said before, you all will see that of this kind of castle. It's kind of like, it seems to be partially, looks slightly run down, but it seems to be active with that of lights going on. Getting closer and closer, she goes, look, for whoever you might see, whoever you might meet here, at least try to be a little bit friendly. I'm not going to say that you all are not unfriendly, but some of you give off a different sort of vibe. I think she's probably referring to the bigger like people.
She's talking about you, John.
Let me get this going here.
I don't really care about her opinion. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no, I was just saying, you know, like mind your step, you know. You might want to tone it down a bit for the normal folks.
I have returned.
Here we are. You guys technically aren't this close just yet, but you guys are proceeding to be close enough to where the first obstacle comes into the way here. I say quote unquote first obstacle. As you see upon that of a pretty much of a decently sized rock, not like one that's probably like raised up about 4 feet. To see that of a very menacing presence, one that can be only to be described as a potential devil in disguise, as you can feel the amount of frightening fear just emanating off of this creature. The way that it proceeds to look at you all, look at Rel, and proceeds to pretty much just stand there nonchalantly, as the creature in question here seems to be a decently sized goose here, with that of glowing white eyes and a mighty two-handed sword held within that of their beak.
goose, Sif. Sif the goose.
As Rel proceeds to go over and says, "It's all right, Daphael. They're with me."
That is targeted, and I don't like that.
Yeah, you're scared of chickens. Oh, I remember. Light bulb.
I mean, it's a goose, not a chicken, but it is close. It's thin ice. Thin ice.
What is this creature?
It's a bird.
I can
Goose.
clearly see it as a goose. Why does it have a sword?
I mean, why is it
Are you going
massive?
to test it?
Wait, what did you say not to?
Oh, sorry. It's Rel saying like, "Well, I don't think you really need to test him, but I just say that's our guardian right now."
I already have a guardian. I have no need for this fowl with a sword.
You get intense stares from this goose.
Give it a thumbs up while I walk past. Like,
By the way, you guys can walk around on the map as you want.
We can.
So what is this location again?
Well, I call it kind of a sanctuary, but I would say it's the sanctuary of the Null.
The Null. Would you care to elaborate a little bit more, or no?
She proceeds to kind of open up the big kind of door in front. She she starts to head in and says, "Yeah, it's better for you to see than to just merely ask." As you're going to see walking in immediately. Hold on a second here. Walking in immediately, you will see that of children wrapped up in some type of bandages, if not just the way, just with like, not to say small time clothing, but any type of clothing that could be dirty, old, or kind of just looks like it was someone else's belonging. There's a bunch of these of children around, and you can obviously tell them being children just with the way of they are they're not medium size, they're definitely small size, but they're just on the map showing medium. But these are just basically a plethora of these children just around, and looking at them, even if you go to try to speak to them, they say nothing, they do nothing, and looking into their eyes, you can tell they feel nothing. And as entering on in another person of immediate notice, uh one that seems to be in a similar manner of these other children, except one with actual spirit in them. Spirit as in kind of like they actually show off that they're more alive. Uh you will see that of a child that looks to be like they're a bit older than a bunch of these other children that you see around, but still in the terms of probably, I'd say, a teen anywhere going up to a young adult, with that white of white dirty hair and white dirty hair with that of a menacing kind of arm, one that you can see this arm pretty much glowing with some type of magic, but one that seems to kind of look heavy to haul around, I would say. As she goes, well, you're back. Who are these people? And do I have to punch them? I will. I'll do it many times. I really like to. Can I punch them? No, no. It's okay. They're with me for now, and I'm hoping that they don't cause any trouble. But if you don't mind, could you tell the rest of them to proceed to come on down and meet our guests? As she proceeds to go, of course. Um, what should I tell them? Well, for now, I believe you can just tell them help hopefully has arrived. She sprints away, running upstairs. You can look around and see there is that of all these children that the secrets, or not secrets, the under of Noxus hasn't been able to acknowledge, nor do they choose to, as they would love to keep that of their secrets instead, or at least what I believe to be higher ups in there. That these are all children that had power, all these children that had hope, and all these children had bright futures, at least if they would give them that chance. They have been sapped of everything that they had inside of them, and some of them had to give for others against their will. That sapping was something that I wouldn't wish upon anybody. As you can see, these children here have nothing left in them to give, almost as if they were null and void, which is why they are called that of the null children. With that,
You go first.
proceed to. Actually, before I actually do that, yeah, if you guys have anything to say, go ahead.
No, I was just John's just gonna make an off comment, saying well, now that's a distasteful experiment.
Incredibly so.
Are they just bodies now? Do they have any sentience?
Well, I'm hoping there's still something left in them. And I'm trying to see anything that I can do to bring back any of that per se sentience. They have all of their bodily functions, it seems, but put it like this: we can feed them, but they cannot feed themselves.
So they have been drained of everything, as you say. Then where did it go?
Well, some of it, unfortunately, has went to me. Not by my choice, of course, but some of it, or I should say the rest of it, I have no idea. Merely its power being transferred. I have no idea what Noxus would use for it yet, but with some of those creatures that you've seen before, I believe that's at least a start.
They're part of your reasoning, aren't they?
Of course. As I said before, these are all children that had something to go into life with, something unique to them, something more that they could give, especially to that of Noxus. So then why take it away? Why not be useful for Noxus? Do you not see the irony that I'm giving you here?
You were the benefactor throughout all this. So what's the answer then?
Benefactor in what way? I never asked for any of that. I never asked for the powers that... I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
exactly get what I would have wanted because I never wanted this in the first place.
Yes. But you have it now. So, while that does warrant some investigation into this, seeing as how you were also part of these experiments and the one that benefited from it, I'm not so trustworthy of you either. However, this does deserve looking into.
And you know what? That's smart on its own. You should make sure that you should understand everything before fully trusting one thing or another. Though, I will say, even if you don't trust me, you should at least give a little bit of trust to the children, as they have nothing, as they have basically not even living enough life to be untrustworthy. Not just to that of these null, of the Jesus children of the null, but to the ones that still have something. As she says, as that of you hear coming down the steps, coming down towards that of the steps. It seems to be that of a child inside of a bigger like mech, one to be a blue like child, which you would only guess to be some type of maybe even aquatic one, considering there seems to be water filled inside of a tank that is the kind of heart of this bigger like mech that holds off both leather and metallic like parts. One that is an invention that seems to have runes and drawings strewn all over it. Yeah, yes? Hello? That, is this, hello? Is this thing on? As he's trying to adjust some settings here, inside the mech. Yes, you are very well heard. Come on, can you introduce yourself? Yeah, getting closer. Hello to you all. I'm Pit Lock, but you can call me Pit. I don't exactly know what you're all doing here, but I was told that you're uh, here to help, right?
I'm here to see. The help will be decided later.
I'm here to help. Nice to meet you, Pit.
Well, what type of help do you all have to give? That is the true question. Oh, but sorry, I don't mean to be rude. You hear coming from above all of you. A spider, a half woman like child, half spider as the bottom side seems to be a big kind of more white like arachnid body hanging from the ceiling. You can see that of a girl with blonde hair staring down towards you all as she proceeds to say, "Oh, it's my apologies. I sometimes surprise people. You can call me Spritzy."
Spritzy, is that what you said?
Spritzy.
Stritzy.
Spritzy.
It's
Um,
simple, spritzy.
I apologize. The hearing ain't what it used to be. You said Stritzy?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Spritzy. She seems to be very, very like. No matter how bad you get it, she doesn't seem to be like, oh my gosh, I have to keep saying it. She actually is like very straightforward. Like, we'll keep going until you get it right, type of deal.
No, I genuinely can't okay, this is about Stritzy is what you said?
Oh no, it's Actually, I'll be.
Oh no.
Let me
I
start.
genuinely
start-
did not understand.
Let me start putting out these names. Hold on, you got you got
I'm not trying to pull
Pitlock.
your leg or anything.
You got
You know, this
Spritzy.
whole situation is really
Spritzy.
upsetting in some way, and then having trouble hearing the one character name is really funny in a fucked up way. I'll be real here.
I was like, trying to keep it up. I couldn't hear what the name was.
Yaksira.
It's fun.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah?
you right now. Uh, I'm not gonna say you're surprised, but like you basically kind of get almost stuck up on as you hear a voice from behind you. Hey, 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 hey! You want to see something cool?
Uh, horror?
You turn around to see that of a girl who doesn't seem to be probably older than like basically around like a teenage age. So like she seems to be uh as tall as that of the first girl that you saw, though her demeanor and her look is quite stranger considering that she has a more darkened skin, that of potentially darkened and red, but like the red is very, very light. It's just more of darkened skin as she proceeds to say, look at this, as she kind of takes and puts a finger to her mouth as she kind of stretches it back just a slight bit, as you will see that of her tongue going down probably about not five, probably about 4 feet, as she goes, look, ah.
That is. And she hesitates for a moment as she tries to find a word that does not harm the feelings of a child. That is impressive.
I know. Like, I can so much with it. It's honestly, you just see she keeps trying to talk and it gets more and worse and worse.
You see how Yashira kind of like pats her head, just like, okay, you doing good. She on one hand, this whole situation is deeply upsetting. She knows how people are valued for their abilities, and seeing that children are being used to be wrung out of their abilities is upsetting. And then there is this child next to her that has a 4-foot long tongue, which is
She goes, oh yeah,
cool.
oh yeah, I forgot. It's this, I thought, that day in the van. For
Oh,
interpretation,
really?
there you go.
Okay. I understand you. Surely. I'm
Yeah,
not bullshitting my way out.
next, you want to see my tooth collection?
Your teeth collection.
Not my teeth, silly. Teeth in general.
You won't stop nagging about it until you show me, right?
Nope.
Go along, kid. I'll see your teeth collection. And she kind of throws a helpless look to the others. But she has some kind of obligation.
Aren't you? Rel says, yes. As much as that would be very lovely to do, I think there's another person who you need to be doing your lessons with, if I'm not incorrect here, Miss Levana. But I don't want to. Uh, Coming from the actual outside, uh, looking in, you will see another face, one that you thought when you saw maybe Levana here, you might have been like, oh, but yeah, yeah, cool. Though this next person here, who actually seems to be like a fully grown woman, dressed in a more strangely formal wear, uh, starting with just like her head kind of popping into the rest of her body. Yet when she puts the rest of her body in, it doesn't seem like her head really moves much. You will see that of a very genuine, lovely smile. Levana, isn't it our time for studies?
They're all freaks.
Well, that's just a rude thing to say.
I shouldn't be saying that. In my homelands, people with abilities are being revered as being
Look.
something better.
Look. Regardless of what happened to anybody, right? They all have their chance to shine and do the thing that they do best, to do it well. Most of them
Well,
just won't. No, seriously,
does it look like any
literally the
more
ones
kids
that
that
are actively vegetables aren't ever going to be doing anything. It's unfortunate, but that's why this is a distasteful thing.
does it look like any more kids are
I
showing up?
Yeah, I will say yes, but if you have something to say, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna wait till all the kids show up.
no.
Now you will hear. I think I just have one more for right now, but you will hear in the coming down the stairs as well. The sound of a wheel pretty much going. It doesn't sound like a wheel going down the stair. It just sounds like a wheel just going in general, as pretty much being pushed along by that of the familiar woman before, well, the one with that of a big strong, I don't know if I said right or left, but it was a big strong left arm. It looks like you could see being kind of pushed down and helped down. You will see that of one more child here that seems to have lost their leg and almost appears to be no more than maybe 6, 7, maybe even 8 years old. As you will see that of kind of a glowing, like I say glowing white eyes. It's not that it's glowing, it's just more of just white eyes in general. You don't see anything. You don't see like any pupils, I mean. And they appear to kind of like almost sit there without saying like too much, almost as if they didn't have much of a presence on them, yet the presence of them being here in general is something else. As you'll hear the girl behind say, for that of introductions, again, I don't know if I had introduced myself. I'm Fragor, or you can call me Frag, and this here is Kirk, pointing to the child in the wheelchair that she had brought down. Kirk here.
Is he actually making stuff float, or
Not at the moment, no.
okay?
That that of Kirk here is just gives a simple like small wave and says nothing.
Well, this is a variety of children, and this is all well and good. However, and I'll sit kind of closer to Rel. Even after all the sacrifices and experiments and wrongdoings that were put on these kids and on you, if we go into this investigation and if we find out that it was worth it, what happens then?
Well, do you mean to what happens to you lot, or if we're fruitful?
No. What happens? No. What if everything that was done to these kids was done for a reason that was worth it? What do you do then?
Then I will do everything in my power to prove that that's not the case. She kind of points over to a child, like one of the children that's been like nulled, and says, if you think it was worth it to take away somebody's entire life just to give somebody else a little bit of extra power, then that's all the argument that I would have to have.
No. But I have just gotten from past times before warnings from spirits about something in Noxus, but they never go too deep into it. Always saying I'm not ready for the information. So it does make me nervous that all of this is happening.
Well, maybe that is the case, but maybe there is a reason. And I can't really be the one to give you any reason, as these would you say, spirits? The same thing like undead?
Something different, not really like a thing that was alive and died, but something that was never truly alive like us in the first place. A being made of pure magical energy, you could say.
You, during this conversation that you're having, I will say you do feel like there is, what is it? It's not like a pull, it's the opposite of a pull. That is further within that of this castle here. One that almost feels like it is interfering with kind of like the pathways of spirits, like almost as if like the flow of spirits you can still feel around here, but like if you were to go lower, that it would feel like there's almost nothing, like just actual dead air.
This area itself, this building or castle it is also curious. Beneath me just feels dead.
All the children kind of like look between each other. They don't really say anything. And as Rel proceeds to say, huh, I don't know how you exactly would know of whatever power, whatever it is that you may possess to be able to feel something or not, but do know that there is another child yet to be seen that is below. One that everybody here would probably truly fight for. Is it
Is
that?
there a reason he's kept below?
Yes, I can show you if you truly are all wanting, but it's not a pretty sight.
Nothing in life really ever is. I would like to see this child.
Second here. Is everybody heading down?
Yeah, I'm following.
If we're being shown something, yeah.
Obviously you can explore as you want around, but for here we're actually going to change the scene. Then, you guys would be heading to it's kind of like a little secret area in the kitchen of this of this castle, to where it is a kind of ladder that goes down. Rodax having to be the most careful because being the biggest guy is also, it's not like the most sturdy.
Mm-hmm. If need be, I'll just jump down if the ladder seems too unstable.
Well, it's more of like, it's also just like a small. It's like the entire place obviously wasn't built for somebody very big. But
Oh, okay.
it won't matter too much for this.
Oh,
Um,
this is interesting.
I don't have control over my token here. Do you want me to just pull out my
if
token?
you have to pull it back out, go ahead.
Nope, I don't have control of either. Here specifically. Is this another? I mean, it swapped my map, so I should still be connected.
I'm just gonna try to reload mine. It's doing the same thing for me.
Literally just copy and pasted you guys from the other map, so it shouldn't be an issue. Open. Okay. Though during the meantime, as we're trying to get that going, you all proceeding down here, you can move around on the map as you want. You can see around, but I will say the thing of most notice here, outside of this of Beckett, you might want to go top left on the map. But outside of Beckett looking around and finding things he may or may not want to see here, we're gonna mention to that of everybody here that there's basically two big doors down here in this basement. Two big doors that lead to what seems to be two different rooms, obviously, because two doors. But these two doors, one of them seems to be a very decently wooden and metal like kind of door that seems to be locked. While the other one seems to be between metallic and, I don't want to say not bone. What is it? What am I thinking of? Marble. Like bone. It looks kind of bone-like, but you can tell it's made out of marble. So it's like metal and marble, like door for the other one. But the other one seems to emanate an almost colder-like presence. Even just getting close to it, you can tell it feels like it's getting to be almost like sub-zero, sub or below like 0 degrees down here next to it.
Well, what is this we're at? Ooh.
Well, for one, the entire place down here, outside of being a storage and being a backup place to where I can get something to drink away from the children, it is also a place where I, well, we all hold that of somebody very dear to us, one that had in the past both saved a lot of people, a lot of children, fellow children for her, but has also used her power to an overextension. I think it would be best for you to see it, but please do not touch it. She proceeds to go over to the door here, as I was mentioning before, and as she goes and proceeds to kind of open it up without having to get too close to it because it's also partially metal. She proceeds to open the door, and you see an entire ice-like structure. You can go inside the room, but she pretty much says, "Don't like touch the big icicle in the middle." Icicle, no, like a big, like almost icy like mountain. And looking at it, it seems to be as if something is encased uh, inside of this uh, ice encasing. A young woman you could kind of see, one that seems to have that of a like everything on them is white. The clothes that they wear is white. Their eyes seem to be closed at the moment, but their face is white. Their hair is white. Everything about them is just some type of just almost frosty like look. As she proceeds to say, as Rel proceeds to say, the person encased in here, her name is Frost. Just I know there's a bit of irony to there so far, but unfortunately, everything that we've tried to help to get her out, it doesn't seem to work either. This this is a pinnacle to me, to all of us, of the reason why we all fight, or at least survive. She had sacrificed herself using her powers to a magnetic, a unanimously big term to help the children escape. That's why there's even any children here to this day that at least have that of some sense of themselves still. The magic, you feel like if you were to try to like sense for magic or do anything magical in this room as well, it seems that it just doesn't work, as if it just gets sucked away into the ice. I also say that for the terms of any like the spirits, where you can see there does seem to be um it does seem to be that of a sense of no spirit energy around, nothing that would even like help the case here for that of the person stuck in here, though the only spirit that you would feel is that of the girl inside, as it's not like saying that you can talk to this spirit or anything like that. It's just saying that you can sense that her spirit is alive in there.
Okay, okay. Well, now this is unbelievable to say the least.
Unbelievable? Yes, but very real? Unfortunately.
At least the child still lives in there. So I guess you're not too late.
Hard to call that living.
I don't think you truly understand how bad death really is. I've seen all I needed to see.
John takes one of his bullets, and then he looks at Rel and asks, "Are you telling us not to touch that because if we touch it, something terrible happens to us, or you're pretty sure something terrible happens to her?"
Because you couldn't do anything about it if you tried. If you proceed to try to do anything, it seems as if the encasing protects her.
Great, that means that tells me everything I need to know about this being a harmless action. John's just gonna toss one of his bullets onto the ice.
On contact, it seems as if it freezes, like when like frost goes over something, and it just kind of like you can see that it's frosted. The issue is it continues to do that until it almost seems to be like frosting over so much until it just on its own just kind of implodes into like a bunch of fragments of not ice specifically, but like when you as if like you threw a snowball and there's just like a bunch of different fragments coming down now.
Well, now.
And that's why I say to not touch it.
Well, John has seen everything he needs to see here. So he's just gonna walk back and wait for people.
Yeah, Rodex will kind of walk back upstairs as well.
Like it's just looking at the child in the ice. Does she look like she just looks like she's sleeping? Just
Yeah, with her eyes closed, you wouldn't be able to tell like anything else. Like the thing is Rodax already said that she is alive. Rel would have also said that she also kind of knows that she is alive, but this obviously is, in your term of words, not a way of living.
he's just gonna clench one fist and then silently walk out.
Yashiro would throw a last glance, but doesn't really. It's not caring. Not caring would be probably not the right word for it, but
Indifferent.
I mean, probably, yeah. Like everything that's happened in this castle is terrible, and this is just basically just another layer of the same machine that's terrible. So she already has processed much of the uncomfortable parts, and it's just there.
Right? You all proceed to head back then. As you all proceed to head back up to the first floor, then as you will see some of the children around, around some, as in the when I mentioned the children, I'm to say you always see the Null children around, but the children I referred to is the ones that you kind of got introduced. You see some of them around still, kind of doing their own thing. Some of the one person, you might see someone reading, you might see someone trying to do something fun like a little prank. But overall, it is just a house of children and potentially a couple of others. I say others because I did mention that there was one from earlier, which I don't think I actually gave the name for. She would have introduced herself as Miss Happy.
Did you say that was a child? She's also a child?
No, this was the only other one that would be an adult so far, unless you count
Okay.
the Mighty Duck Warrior, or sorry, the Mighty Goose Warrior, an adult.
I would. Becky would.
Well, now that hold on, we're back on social. Yeah. Okay, so well, now that you introduced us to everyone, what is your grand plan then?
Well, the issue is, you all talk about having that of a grand plan. I'm trying to get more information to be able to form one.
Then what is your first step then? You said get information, but as you have so rightfully put it, we cannot just go back to Noxus. So where would we be getting this information from?
Well, for one, I have somebody that gives me information. An informant, if you would like to put it, that I've been waiting to hear for, that of the shadows, per se, to slip up. So that way I can actually go out and get proof for that of Noxus itself. I don't intend to do harm to Noxus, in case you are thinking that any of that, but I do intend to give Noxus the understanding of truth of what these children have had to go through, that so many are either turning their blind eye to, or that Noxus or the secrets within Noxus try to hold. That's why this faceless, I believe, is going to be a key factor in that. And trying to figure out who exactly that person is, I think will reveal quite a lot.
Okay. So when are you supposed to hear back from your informant so we can know what our next step is?
That's... I actually have no idea. My informant is, well, quite a busy man. Hold on a second here. God, I'm gonna mess up this voice bad. I am quite busy, but I actually came here to stop by today. You see, pretty much on lurking on, not lurking as much as, but more so sitting on one of the windows, waiting to almost as if introduce themselves. You will see a man that probably wouldn't be too much, probably be only a slight bit smaller than Beckett, maybe the same size as Rel. But you'll see a man over down here at this, at one of the windows, or potentially even on one of on the statue itself. But just in general, a man that seems to have a weird type of sharp object on both of his wrists, and what you would describe as cape, dressed up in blue, blue and leather, a little bit of metal. You would only assume that this could be some type of assassin. Merc for hire, maybe? Who knows? You're back already. I didn't expect you to be here so soon. Yeah. Skip that. Who are these people? And is this going to be a problem? No. These people are, once again, hopefully, here to help. as she kind of like gives you all kind of a look, like, right? It's just the silent, just like the dead silence as she's like, as Talon, as the guy down here dressed up is like, right. Look, it doesn't matter to me. I just need to tell you that I found out a couple of potential leads finally. Something that could also go into the fact of these reborn, these creatures that proceed to keep trying to come back to life. And with these leads, these have to be, well, done with something here sooner rather than later. She proceeds.
Oh, this is your informant.
She proceeds to kind of get closer to go like, right, do you think that we can discuss this here very shortly? As he goes, I do have a little bit of time to spare, so of course.
Can I get a look at who this man is? Can I like? Would I like?
Oh, did you mean like actually see him, or did you mean like?
Yeah, just like.
Because I gave the picture.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That.
She proceeds to go, well, assuming that you're all very trustworthy enough to not do anything, would you mind giving me a little bit to talk with my informant here?
I wouldn't recognize anything about this man, would I? Probably not.
No. Like, the only thing I could even remotely say would be like, no, never mind. I was gonna say maybe like a Noxian uniform, but like, no.
No. Oh, that looks like I thought. Okay, all right, cool.
Upon seeing the assassin-dressed man, John looks at Raul with the look that just says, "Not an assassination, huh?"
He's an informant. What do you want me to say?
I'll
I'm
leave you
sure
and
he
your
is.
informant to talk.
Assuming everybody's all good then with it, she is going to him and her are going to to the side or somewhere to talk for a little bit. Is there anything that you guys wanted to see or do during this time, or did you want me just to come back?
Is Fritzy reading? Look over here.
Yes.
I'm actually gonna
Oh,
go outside and talk to the duck.
I
Duck outside? The goose, whatever the fuck it is. Excuse me, whatever the duck, whatever it
the
is.
fearsome guardian. I would walk. Beck would walk up to him, and
Okay, it's a duck.
what you reading there?
No, I definitely said it was a goose.
Daffy, Daffodil. All right.
Daffy Duck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right.
Me? It's nothing. She seems very quick to try to hide her book.
May I sit down?
Yeah, I don't think I have any reasons to stop you from doing so.
Well, I just want to make sure you're comfortable. You know, stranger and all that.
You say saying that she's comfortable as she's the one on the ceiling.
Oh, I thought she was sitting down.
No.
Oh, she's on the ceiling. Oh, okay.
But it's definitely
Gotcha.
like if you were to like look at her, it would be like you'd be talking to head. So like it would be like her head like to your head level.
She's upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Do you have any book recommendations for me? I promise I don't judge.
Well, that yes, that is entirely on your tastes. I'm sorry to tell you, we don't have or sport that of many books here. We do have some, and Rel is lovely enough to bring back plenty that she can find, but obviously we're limited on the information that we have.
You misunderstand me. What I'm saying is, are there any books that you enjoy that you would recommend me to read?
I do have one book in mind I have immediate thought. Have you ever heard of The Journey Through Failure? I wait, actually, I gotta make
I
sure.
probably, I probably wouldn't have.
I'm gonna check something here real quick.
You mean Journey to the North? I got you.
Journey
no,
to the Center of the Earth.
No,
you
no, no.
mean?
It's an actual book, like in the League of Lore. I think it's actually called Journey into the Freljord.
Well, either way, there's not much of a good chance I've heard of it. Probably.
Okay, yeah, it is a book. It's I don't remember if it was done by Ezreal or if it was done by Quinn, but one of the two basically made a book called Journey into the Freljord, and it's literally just a story about them and them going through Freljord.
Well, if you would be so kind, I'd love to sit here and read it. While they're talking, I seem to have a bit of extra time.
Of course, I can recommend this. It gives you some sight on the outside the world.
Hmm. You ever been much to the outside world?
Oh no! I cannot even fathom that of the outside. You see, I've always been in the shadows, considering that of my disposition. There's not a lot of many people who actually like to see that of me. I can only imagine why.
Well, fuck them. Don't listen to them people. People say shit behind your back all the time, and it don't matter. People say shit about me that ain't true. So, like I said, just fuck them. But I'd love to read that book.
Oh,
And you seem like a very lovely individual. Are you treated well here?
as best as I can be. It's mostly between me and the other children. Rel is here and she tries to help out a lot, but she obviously has to go out and do whatever she can for us, if not for that of whatever potential future that of Noxus holds. I, outside of her though, we always have our lovely teacher, Miss Happy.
Alright. Well, how about this? And this will be between you and me. You loan me that book, I'll give you 1 silver.
What would I have
And,
money to do for?
well, just listen. So that when you grow up, or, if you happen to come by something you fancy, you know, you'd be able to purchase it. I don't think anyone should, any child should go through life locked up.
Well, I don't see any reason to deny you. I've read this book 1,000 times.
Well, I'm just borrowing it. I'm not taking it from you.
Of course. She definitely gives you the book, no problem.
No, I'll give her 1 silver. You hold on to that. Maybe one day it'll be useful for you.
Right. She kind of just starts to examine it like it's some type of artifact.
And then I'll just sit down where I'm at and just kind of going through the pages. He's not like the best reader, so he's kind of like skimming.
Yeah, even the parts that you skim, it pretty much just seems like to talks about people just trying to survive the winter. You know,
That's all.
ancient gods and deities here and there. Nothing not
That's
important.
what Beckett will do while they chat or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Rodex.
So I wanted to go up to Daffiel. And then I wanted to kind of ask them, so the lady said you were some sort of guardian of this place. Just what exactly are you? Some type of spirit guarding over these children?
Kind of just turns its head. I can tell you if you're trying to see if it's like some type of like if it's trying to dead like an actual spirit or something. I can tell you it's not a spirit. And it just stares at you and says nothing.
Can I look at it through this, like, through my spirit realm sight, just to see if I see anything different about it?
Um, I'm trying to think if that would do anything.
Kind of
The
like what I'm
only
thinking is, I don't know if you remember like that Akali Shin video where they were like looking at the tree, and then they looked at it in the spirit realm and kind of saw like more about it. Basically, something similar to that is what I was thinking. If that
yeah,
didn't,
yeah, I got that. I was just trying to think if you would. I think the only thing that you would really see differently through that of the spirit realm would be a kind of essence around it. Like obviously there are spirits that you could sense there's like evil or you could sense that there's good. This one
mm-hmm.
emanates a kind of more good presence, one that doesn't seem to be harmful, but one that seems to be righteous. A kind of like righteous or righteous good kind of aura that just kind of like shines around it.
Okay, got it. I do see you are a being of righteousness. That makes sense considering how you're protecting this building with these children. And if you don't mind me asking, what made you decide to do this exactly? I feel like there's got to be plenty of things out there that could use protecting. If he responds.
I'm gonna say, unfortunately, it just stares at you. I don't think it would. I don't think it would respond. Nor do I think that there's too many ways that, at least that you know of, that it could respond.
Can it not talk? Shoot. Okay, hold on.
Well, to be fair, I never said it talked in the first place.
I thought you literally said it talked back to Rel.
No, it was that Rel spoke to it, but like all it ever did was just kind of like stare. It had an attack. It kind of had like a more of attack stance, like it was ready to attack at first when you had all arrived. But Rel was like, "No,
Oh,
they're with
okay.
me."
Okay, I thought. Okay, I don't know why I literally thought I heard you say it said something back, but okay, never mind then.
No, the only thing that it would have done would be a noise if it did.
Okay. That's the one I was like, man, I guess it doesn't want to talk to me because I thought I heard it talk. All right. Well then no. Well then if it's not going to talk at all, then I'll just say, maybe I am not worthy yet. Lots of spirits refuse to elaborate on things with me. It seems I must still train myself stronger. He will kind of like walk away after that.
All right. Joxir and John, were there anything that you guys were doing?
No, not on my end.
Not really for her as well. Probably just seeing the tooth collection.
Okay. This one is of a reptile I found in 1962. No.
1962?
No,
You're
not
missing
literally.
this because of this tongue that's too long for the rest of the body. This tooth was a raptor from 1962, and I found it at the beach.
Kind of talk in her tongue or something.
Yeah, we're talking in tongues,
Yeah,
bro.
we are talking in tongues quite literally. Yeah, some are speaking in hands. I am speaking in tongues.
You said there wasn't anything specific you were doing, John.
No,
All right, then getting everyone back around. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, Beckett. Getting everyone back around here. Rel comes back with that of the informant. I'd probably say they came from this room. And and Rel goes, well, I think if you all really want to get some type of proof as well as some type of information that may even help the case, that you all would be willing to be helpful for us, I think we have something to discuss here.
That sounds perfect.
Let's bring this
Where do we begin?
You see, there's basically two roads or paths that we could take here. My informant here has told me something to where I must attend to the children for a little bit before I go off and do a very, very important thing. But before I do that, there is a couple of leads that I can't really do because of it. Two different missions, and I would like you all to take on one of them. Without a choice here, I'm gonna go out of voice here now. Going over here, looking over the mission here in these two missions here, potential ways of getting some information. For the first mission here, seems to be farmsteads that have been near a previous Noxian encampment have gone pretty much silent. Noxian patrols avoid the area, claiming the villagers rebelled, quote unquote, and died. So by silent, basically meaning it's more of like a ghost town now. So pretty much just farmsteads that have been claimed to be rebelled and are now gone. Or mission number 2, Noxian casualties from recent battles are being transported to a remote fort instead of being buried. No one returns from there, and the informant here claims that he did see one of the dead get up. aka the Dead March.
Okay, hold on. Wait, can you repeat the first one? What was the first house you said?
Farmsteads near a previous Noxian encampment have gone silent. Noxian patrols avoid the area, claiming the villagers rebelled and died. So pretty much the first one kind of being like farmsteads, saying that there are people that rebelled and died, could like lead to a potential of finding more maybe people or just in general in general people that may be of help to that of Rel's cause, if not also just overall looking into the lies. I'm not saying it is a lie, they could have rebelled, but I'm saying that the potential lie of there being rebellion, maybe them using that more often, as that is a kind of lead for you guys if you want to use with the second mission kind of leading into more of looking into potentially these more of the undead side, talking about how you could get more information potentially on the reborn, the ones that came up before from being dead, quote unquote.
Okay, gotcha.
So we have presumably either a rebellion village or an undead village. Well, I don't know if they're undead, but
No, not an undead village, an undead fortress encampment.
that's what I'm saying. Either the either the undead village or the undead fortress. What I'm saying is either undead soldiers or undead farmers.
Well, they're
Allegedly, we don't know. Well,
I
I'll throw
am
my lot in with the village.
more interested in looking up these reborn soldiers, supposedly.
But we could also potentially gather allies in the village. I
I've
mean, to be
never
fair,
been much needed for allies. I'd much rather have answers.
yes, but also you're no longer just yourself. We now are doing this for the kids, so
Exactly. So, going to find out more about these experiments that they've done would give us answers that could help the kids.
well, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying we might be the wisest move to check out the village first and then go to the undead fortress. Well, presumably undead. I don't know. I don't know what else to call it after seeing dead people come back.
I will say that you guys have as much time as you need to talk about this because I feel like this is going to be the choice. The choice is afterwards is might be why I leave it off for today.
Well, my vote does go with the finding out more about these undead soldiers, or these reborn soldiers, I should say. However, I will go with what the group decides.
I feel like it's more strategic for us to potentially gather more allies. If this village is rebelling against Noxus, then they would see fit to help us potentially. Plus, to be quite frank with you, I'd rather deal with a bunch of farmers coming back to life than soldiers. At the moment, anyway.
That just sounds like cowardice talk.
I mean, we
Call it whatever
fought
you want.
dead soldiers already. Why not the second time?
the point is, it's not just about us anymore.
That is true.
What I'm saying is, if we can go to the village and get more help for these kids first, that is what I'm after. Call it cowardice, call it whatever you want. I don't really care. But I'm not really interested in your opinion, no offense, on this matter. My first importance is now to these kids. So if we die, then who knows how long it is before they can get help again. So I'd rather leave them in good hands with more potential allies before we go running off.
I'll add in this detail since you would also get to know this at the beginning of the missions. Either mission, not either mission, for the if you guys went to the second mission for trying to go to the fortress, you guys will know in advance that the fortress is heavily watched slash guarded. Obviously, with that of um, potential Noxian bodies being brought in, there's going to be a lot of people around, so a lot more heavily guarded. With the first mission with the farmstead, that one seems to be more, or sorry, that one, you would start off with two pieces of interest, aka that of you could search that of the abandoned like farmland slash farmsteads, as well as there is lead about one place where one of the farmers' families had went to. I don't know if that's gonna affect anybody's decision, but I just wanted to put it out there.
Said
Anyway,
my
so
piece.
Rodex will just kind of say, I'm not sure why you believe that this also isn't doing something for the kids. But as I've stated, I have made my vote. Whichever the group decides, though, I will go with.
Do you have eyes? Look around you. What do you mean? How is this not gonna help the children?
No, both missions will help the children. Going to potentially find some allies, as well as going to find some information on these experiments that they are doing that could also be related to the experiments done to the kids. Both of these could lead to useful things in the end. I am just choosing to go seek answers.
What I'm proposing is not to ignore the castle. What I'm proposing is to do one first and then go to the other. I still want answers as well, but if we do go to the village first, at least we can potentially help the kids out a little bit more before we get answers. And who knows, maybe we will find answers in the village.
I suppose there is a counterpoint to this.
And what is that?
Oh, just the fact that the set of us is quite literally have bounties on our heads.
I don't think that's going to matter if we're going to get into a fortress.
No,
pretty
but
sure-
it is going to matter if we're going to try to recruit allies. Or
Oh,
go to
well.
the village.
That is a good point.
Well, they're
I'm
already in
saying that
rebellion. So, to counterpoint your counterpoint, if anything, we would be walking among friends.
there's a
Just 'cause they're-
difference between the same side and a high priority target was seen passing by.
just because they are supposedly rebellions, it doesn't mean that they would want to associate with other criminals with high bounties on their heads. They
It's
could
really a
very well
case
look
of
good.
if we're talking about helping others, I don't believe in our current state simply doing a visit and trying to help out a bit will outdo the potential harm. The potential harm being a immediate focused strike upon said village.
Do you want to break into a stronghold of Noxus, who's actively, watching out for people?
At the very least, whatever collateral harm occurs, it is not to people we want to associate with.
You say like dealing with these reborn soldiers is going to be difficult. They went down pretty easy last time I checked.
For you, at least.
Now, speaking of the reborn, Natsu, do note that I have swapped to fire damage.
Noted. That may help you, it may not. I can't say anything right now.
They're actually
The
immune.
next reborn actually fire resistance.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I can do this every long rest. Pick a damage.
Pick a damage.
And who's to say that Natsu isn't being an asshole? No offense, okay?
So is one
and
of
just-
your choices of damage silvered?
It shouldn't
Oh.
matter. My Astra is considered magical.
I'm just asking for my
Is
own
it?
reasons. That's all.
Give it a new.
Man, I'm feeling quite tired right now. We should take a long rest real quick.
Like unless I'm like going insane.
Are you though?
Well, my vote is on the fortress. I don't know what everybody else's vote for, but my vote is on the fortress.
I don't like that both sides have a point. And my point is, let's go to the village, because in the village there might be someone being able to help us with the fortress because of reasons of being rebellious. But I don't want to be on 50-50 here.
That's all right. If it's 50-50, I'll find a way. AKA, I'll probably talk with I'll randomly select one of the two players and then be like, "Hey, which mission sounds cooler?"
True.
Well, when you put it like that, let's go to the fortress.
Oh, never
I
mind.
think we just should head straight to the Immortal Bastion at this point, because surely that's not a bad idea.
Or, fourth idea, we all leave Noxus and say, not our monkeys, not our circus. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back
I
to
would never abandon
Ishtar.
Noxus.
Good luck out there.
Okay, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. Thunder damage. How about that?
Okay.
But
I think you
okay,
should
okay.
do lightning, honestly.
I just wanted to say, what if the corpses are deaf?
Death?
I can't
Are
do
deaf
lightning. It's only
peop-
acid, cold, fire, or thunder.
You said you should do
Are
piercing.
people who are deaf immune to thunder damage?
I don't know.
Some of it, but not just in general, no. Like
Interesting.
some thunder damage spells will say it won't work if the target can't hear or something like that, basically.
It's basically if it's
is the
based off of
informant still hearing?
sound or if it's based off of reverberation, actually.
Yeah, like vibrations, basically. Yes, that's
Interesting.
really the difference.
Not
Is
that
the
I
informant guy
care.
still standing around? Question mark.
Yeah, he's the one that told you the little bit of extra information I said.
what would your opinion of the matter be? An unbiased take, if you will. Just out of curiosity.
Unbiasedly, it is not my choice.
What a cop out.
That is working so well. Holy shit. Okay, how about we flipping a coin? Heads, we go to the village. Tails, we go to the bastion. And whatever the side loses can blame the coin and not the other person.
And what if the coin is on its side?
I
Oh, you
throw
didn't
as
have an
many
opinion.
coins as it takes, so it lands on either heads or tails.
Well,
Rel,
okay.
did you have an
John, did
opinion
you
on
vote
this?
for the fortress?
Yes.
Oh,
That
okay.
character, John was suggesting the fortress because of all the reasons said.
Well, I mean, I guess we can flip a coin if no one has any issues with that.
The only if you said Rodax, what?
I was gonna ask Rel, do you have an opinion on which is more priority for you?
I can tell you, for the terms of priorities, they both could be very important. So I don't have an opinion on which one is more important, but in the terms of what you would have to deal with, it sounds like one is being that of a huge fortress, heavily guarded, so potentially a stealth type of mission, if not just a full force throttle mission. The other one seems like some type of mystery or investigation type of mission.
Okay, all I'm getting here, guys, is that whatever we ask Natsu, no matter what happens, it's the same outcome. He just wants us to ask if we want to have more combat or more talking. Do we
just go
want
around
more
to each
combat or more
kid.
talking?
Let's go around to each kid and ask them individually.
The more combat. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, I know you're quite traumatized because of the experiments that happened, but we have two options. Go to the village or go to the fortress. What do you
Alright.
think is more fun?
Alright. Are we in agreement then? We'll flip a coin since we are at an impasse.
I think we should continue discussing it for 20 more minutes.
Hey, you got time. Like I told you, this is
Shit,
pretty
I
much
could
the
drag
end.
this out for another hour. I'm just saying, you know.
Let's just flip a
Getting
coin
anywhere.
at this point, actually.
Yeah.
Fine,
So we're
then,
flipping a coin.
let's leave our fate up to luck.
I want to take heads.
We'll just
Head
do
for farm.
heads for
Yes.
farm and tails for the fortress.
Alright, we're saying this now. No best 2 out of 3 shit. It's one and done. We're on agreement on this, right?
Oh
But
my god,
3
yes,
out of
just flip
5
the
is more
coin.
fun.
Alright. All right. you want me to go ahead and do it then?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, sure. So we can all just blame the coin and not each
That
other.
is a heads. You can click on it. You can see in the chat.
Oh, you can drag the coin around. That's fun.
Oh, it is, yeah. Okay, cool.
Heads for the farmstead.
Looks like we are going to the farmstead then.
Crazy.
I'll clap John on the back. Don't look too disappointed.
For this mission then, for that of the farmstead, let me just say something here. As I said before, you have 2 places of interest, and it would be of the best interest to pretty much get it done as soon as possible. So I will ask you if you, well, I'll basically ask this at the beginning of next session, but I'll also just give the option for you guys to know now. With the 2 places of interest, there's that of the abandoned farmland / farmsteads, and that of proceeding to that of the one farmer's new home that I had mentioned before. Did you want to split up, Or did you want to do those as an actual full group for each of those?
Just speaking, I feel like I'd want to wait till the other two come back before making a decision for them on like that particular.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to ask you again at the beginning of next
Okay.
session, but I'm
Okay.
giving you the option to
Okay.
know now.
I am a believer in never splitting the party.
We should send 2 people solo.
In either case, that will be the end of today's session. So thank you everybody so much for being here. Hopefully everyone loves our Null children.
Thank you for leading the session.
Yes. Everyone have a good one. We'll see you with that of the Farmstead mission next time. Bye-bye.
There